Hi everyone, it's Tommy Oldham, and today I'm just about getting ready to go to Bromley, and it's the away game. It's a game we have to win. We need to stop drawing and turn these draws into wins. Obviously, I wasn't at the Dorking game, but sorry, 0-0 at home to Dorking is simply not good enough. Not when you've got Fondop, Willoughby and Reid on the bench. We should have absolutely took that game to them. The fact they had players missing and injuries. Obviously, Dorking were unlucky when that goal that looks over the line should have stood. End of the day, we should have had enough in us to win that match. I'm sorry, Unsworth, but the pressure is on you now. You can't set up for a draw like that against a team that's struggling, that started worse than Oldham. This is why your fans are losing patience. I got sent a video. It was like the whole ground was on your back at the end of the day, and rightly so. I'm all for personal and nasty abuse, but when you put performances in like that and not getting results, fans are angry, fans are frustrated. If you don't change something quick, the toxicity is going to get a lot worse, and it's going to just end up, the crowd's going to continue to drop. I already know fans who have pulled out stage trip from Bromley, fans that live in London, and it says all you need to know about the style of football. We need this win urgently, but at the moment I don't see us scoring or even winning games at the minute. Our game now with Barnet has been switched to Wednesday nights. It's now the 22nd of November, originally it was on a Tuesday. Obviously, being on TV means now more people can see. Obviously, I like Barnet away. Well, I like London away. I've not been to Barnet yet, so it was pending early on as one of the games where to score to. Obviously, I'm in Macedonia on the Monday, so hopefully now I can make it. I can actually save a few bob with a better travel plan to get to London, but good chance for us to finally, hopefully, put another, well, let's hope a good performance on that night. A few days earlier, on Saturday the 18th, we also play Woking away. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because on Friday night, England are playing Malta at Wembley. Now, a few people said to me, oh, they won't mind doing an England game, or why is it when England play, we never get a London? Well, there's your chance to do a double header. Now, I know it's only Malta. I know they may not be the world beaters, but it's still a chance to go down, experience Wembley, watch a new game. Tickets are on sale. Obviously, England games the 17th of November. Woking away is on the 18th of November. But enjoy it. Obviously, I always said I'd love to see Oldham back at Wembley ahead of any England games. I just know the atmosphere there would be phenomenal. Oldham fans singing their hearts out all game. Bromley have had a mixed start, bit of a slow start. They're currently ninth for the table. They've won 3, drawn 2, and lost 2, but seem to have picked up form recently. I always say this is thing where you can play teams at the right time and the wrong time. If teams playing us at the moment, it's probably a good time to play us while our head's down. For us, it's probably the wrong time to play them. Obviously, last year they reached the playoffs. They beat us 3-0 at their place in David Unsworth's first game, and then we drew 1-1 in the last game of the season. So obviously they've had a bit of a playoff hanger, but they seem to be getting over that. But again, it's hard to predict what to expect, because from what I've seen, it's looking to me like it's just going to be the same continuous pattern over again. Unsworth will probably go down there happy just not to lose the game. It can't be like that. We've got to look at that Gateshead game and show what we can do if we go at teams. Obviously, I'm hearing we've sold just over 140 tickets, so which is poor by our standards, especially when we've got a strong, solid London support. Also, compared to last year when we took good numbers out. Right, last year was the new ground buzz sort of thing. Obviously, the new manager would come in, but I still thought we'd have about 300, 400 maybe there today. Either way, though, we've got to kick on. We've got to really, really take the game to them now. Weather forecast, it looks like it's going to be scorcher down there. Although up here at the moment, it's a bit chilly, really. So just remember that. Remember, maybe have your suntan cream, lotion with you. But either way, we'll do our best like we do, wanting us to win. But I just don't see the excitement being there at the moment. I don't see the enthusiasm amongst the fans. And when you see a manager that doesn't seem enthusiastic or positive to set up, it's coming back now. The fans are feet knocking at there thinking, well, why should we bother? For me, it's a game. I want to go. I want to see my team play. And people said, oh, why are you mad? You're stupid. Well, end of the day, it's my football team and I want to be there when I win. And I do think this element amongst some of our fans, especially those that seem to spend all the time criticising them, that they still go because they're scared that the one game they don't go to, they're going to miss that big moment. And there's been a joke with me over the age, the amount of games I've missed, and we've won that big game, or it's happened, obviously because of work and stuff. But anyway, not long now till I set off, so come on Blues, let's put this performance in today and let's absolutely go for it. Today's match day tunes, Star Sailor's Silence is Easy and Love is Here. Here also are some cracking photos at the service station we found en route of cars. Bromley Away. Come on Oldham, let's have a win today, we desperately need one.
Because it was the same day. I don't get why Honda don't wear Norman's fucking trucks and Norman's shoes anymore.
That's a good idea, that actually, a good shout.
Shoot!
Oh.
There's a shot.
It's busy spraying them.
A drink spray, I've seen it all now. 1-0 down, not surprised we're losing, not even looking like scoring, it's just like we're sitting back.
Surgery! Okay. Goals in. Boom. 1-1. It is. It's it! Get in there!
Oh!
Another job on Unsworth! You extended everything you stick here!
2-0 down at half time, we're losing, and it's shit. It's not just shit, it's fucking shit. No creativity. Big improvement in second half, as I say every week. Come on, Oldham. 4-0 down, 3-0 down, and we're getting mugged off by fucking Bromley fans. Fucking get me out of here.
South end away.
Trap the ball, Sharon! Trap the ball! Mitigating circumstances, Dave!
Can't wait to see him.
Can't even get the ball off him, that's what's annoying.
It's the job centre plus, mate.
Got the confidence to talk to a stranger. Football is shit! David Unsworth, your football is shit!
We need to give him a
Manchester Police!
Before I say him, 3-0 down, where's his number 2? Where's the motivation? Where's the encouragement? Game's lost and done before a ball's been kicked.
He's not off! Off, I know! Shoot! We want on to foul! We want on to foul! Say we want on to foul! We want on to foul! Say we want on to foul! We want
dead man walking.
Time to go! 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 Fuck off! It's not your fault! It's not your fault! It's not your fault! It's not your fault! It's fucking coward! Fuck off! Fuck off!
I'm old until I die.
I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm old until I die. Old until I die.
So I'm back from Bromley and I'm fuming. Sorry, Unsworth, you've got to go, mate. There's no justifying that performance. Yeah, about first attempts we'd moved the ball around, but we hardly created any chances. The overall movement of the players was bad. There's no urgency, as I keep saying. To me, you look like you lost the dressing room because them players did not look like footballers out there. Usually, I praise players like Kitchen didn't have a particularly good game. Hodgson was alright. Hodgson's fair, saved the penalty. But after the first goal, ended up going for there, missed the second one. And you know what? Not just me, there's very little urgency from the fans to go back. Even though there was some boos in the crowd, obviously. Usual suspects, there wasn't as many there as normal, but even they just slayed off and gave an easy ride. People were just fed up. I always said I'd hate the day where I go to football and not want to enjoy it. And that's what I felt. You were all probably thinking, where was my little pre-match build-up and all I do? Do you know what? By the time I got into London, got in the pub, went outside to do one, looked round, I just didn't have the heart to do one. Why? Because it's just been the same thing, what I've been repeating the past 6 or 7 weeks. So, obviously, you can see a few videos now after here, but in the day, the Royals and Frank have got to make a decision. I know Frank Barlacat's had a go at fans after the game. I didn't see it. I saw him shaking hands with fans after the game, and they're all saying he needs to go, but the patience is wearing off, and it's sad on him because, again, for what him and his family have done for the club, but at the end of the day, it's a football, it's a results business that wins. And at the end of the day, at the moment, it's just not looking, the future, the prospects aren't looking good at all. It's all just doing, the fans are so frustrated, so downhearted, so downbeat. You could feel that in reflection of the players. The fact the fans shouted, it's not your fault at the end of the game. It sounds like the players and fans on the same wavelength. What you're doing about it, your backroom staff again are not helping. And it's just that boost we had, that early pre-season optimism is long gone. There's not even talk of promotion now. While Unsworth's in charge, it's still going to be survival. And yeah, we're into this, what was it, back-to-back draws or 1 loss in 4 games. But you know what? It don't feel like a good run. It just felt like 3 results would happen to graft out without any sort, well, apart from the Gateshead end, without 2 results were grafted out, a loss to Solihull, without any sort of backing performance. Gateshead could have been a turning leaf for us. Do you know what even's more annoying? I didn't even properly check the team lineup, so I just got there, and I hope not, because I want my football back. I want the feel-good factor back in that stand. I want to see my mates back at games. Yesterday was good to saw a lot of my southern mates, but equally, I know southern mates in that area who just didn't want to turn up at a game on their doorstep. And all people say, well, we've got loads of games and London games. Doesn't matter. These are lads that never miss a game down south. So it's over to you, Frank, and the board now. Please make the correct decision. It's time for David Unsworth to go. He's out of his depth. He's out of ideas. No ideas, no plan B, and he looks like a dead man walking. They put a little snippet on YouTube earlier today so fans could see. And on Tuesday night we have York, which again is a must-win game, but they have now changed managers also, and they're going to come right now. Every team's going to come to Bromley Park and think, you know what, we can get something off Oldham. We can really take points here. And when they're looking at them players we've got, we should be putting a fear in these teams. And he needs to justify now Unsworth everything he's talked about fast dynamic football, everything. And at the moment, he can't. He's not producing anything. I've got to leave the game early Tuesday night anyway to go to work, so... But hopefully by then, we can finally just do something. Just get a win. Just score a couple of goals, please. That's all we're asking. As the words say, all we are asking is give us a goal. Obviously, I was in Poland last week's England-Ukraine game, but I had plenty of Oldham fans keeping us up to date. Great to see the usual Oldham fans out there, Mark Hayes, Jack Alcott, Jack Miller, Alistair Schofield. Nice to see Billy Thompson. Not seen him since he left the ticket office. Wayne out there, forgotten his surname. Another Oldham fan who goes out with his daughter. It was nice to meet an Oldham fan in Poznan the night before, Kieran McAndrew as well. I've not properly spoken to, but obviously you talked to him on the socials a lot, and it's great to see there's a little bit of Oldham everywhere. We're going especially big numbers of Oldham now on England's scene. As I said, people asking me about Euro 2020 tickets. They are going on sale in October. Check the UEFA website. All your details are on there. I did put some on Twitter and Facebook the other day. But when I was at the Best England game, maybe I didn't do the Scotland game. But one of them, club and country. Seems like when I got into football in 1990, England at Italian 90 and Oldham reaching the League Cup final, believing it was going to be like this every year, how deluded and false hope got the better of me. Well, the plan was to upload this video earlier on, but I've just got back home from work, and obviously while I was at work, the news broke that David Unsworth is no longer at the club. It's sad it came to this, but the truth is it had to happen. We as a club were not progressing. The product on the pitch was getting far worse than what it was. It was a too familiar pattern. We were in the relegation zone. And at the end of the day, action was needed. It's all right, Unsworth talking his game, which I actually tried to fully buy into his philosophy, but the reality is it just wasn't happening. Whether it was him himself, players not playing for him, falling out, in the day, a change needs to happen now. It's important we get it right. We need someone that has an experience and vast knowledge of this league. Obviously, obvious choices, Darryl Clark, went away with Bristol Rovers. The Cowley brothers, what he did with Lincoln, and an all-lad at Concord Rangers spoke to me a few years ago on his ground up. He's saying they were good managers, emphasis on fitness, especially something at times we haven't had. And obviously Mickey Mellon's out of work, but he's won promotion to level with Tranmere. Liam Richardson will be another good appointment, but whether he dropped down this level is a question. Another one I would take upon on is Williamson at Gateshead. I think he's a good upcoming manager. He's done alright at Gateshead, and he plays good football with him. Obviously, if he got the job this year, whoever gets the job, it's a big ask to get into plus. I don't think we're going to be near automatic promotion, but just get the players playing, get the product improving on the pitch. Let's climb up the table. As shown with Shez, if we get the right appointment, fans will come back. The thing with Williamson is also that if he does get the job, okay, it may not take us up this year, but be fully prepared for next year. He has to think about recruiting players, so he has his eye on the levels at non-league. And the board have got to get it right. Obviously, I don't want them to rush it. I'm prepared to wait a fortnight if it means getting the right manager. Otherwise, if the interior managers, Thompson, have a good start, good. But please don't be straight thinking, oh, give him the job. I've seen it happen so many times where interior managers, they win a couple of games, paper over the cracks. If they get it permanently, it goes wrong. We've got to have this thought properly. But work with him. He was involved in some of these player recruitments. Maybe you can see firsthand where these players who haven't performed under Unsworth are going wrong. Obviously, we need to start come Tuesday with the York game about getting these results, getting the wins, getting them on the board. This season is not over. We can recover it now. We can save our season and still do something good. As for Unsworth, well, it didn't work out, unfortunately. It's one of them things in football. You clear out your depth. Whether he walks or what, I'm not sure. At the end of the day, it's now time to look forward and look towards the future. Go on, Oldham Athletic. Let's now get it right. And that's it for today's video. Short, sweet. I'll probably go more into more about Unsworth's departure ahead of the York game in the next video. And obviously about the candidates that have been listed and mentioned. So, have a good one. See you on the terraces. Come on, Oldham.